No, because they weren't very successful to begin with, so why would I want to be a part of that? Yeah, hello, yeah. Yeah, would you'd do it?
Yeah,
again,
do it
wouldn't
again,
you?
of course, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd rather I did it than someone else,
Yeah.
someone else did it.
I think
I don't know how they would,
feel
how they haven't approached me, but I don't know how it would work, but yeah, definitely.
Well, if it ever happened in the future and I was free, that would certainly be a conversation. You don't just say, nah, that doesn't interest me. I own 8 lightsabers. I do. Because that way, people can come over and fight. But, it was never contacted because it was bought by Disney, who owns Marvel, so they knew very well that I wasn't available. At least that's what I tell myself why I wasn't contacted. But I think JJ is absolutely the guy for it. I literally can't think of anybody else I'd rather have do it.
Really big JJ Abrams fan. I think he's amazing. Yeah, I loved, what's the one he just did? Star Trek he did, right? Yeah, I mean, I think he's truly quite brilliant. So, it's very interesting.
I'm not a massive sci-fi fan.
Okay.
I do prefer true stories and action films and stuff that I'm involved with. Sci-fi's very popular. I understand that, but it's not my first choice when I go to the cinema.
Okay, so if a role came up,
If
it
a
might not be for you.
Which one? I don't know. It's you have to see what that silly role might be. So I would guess it's probably something stupid, and it'd be the usual answer.
If something came up down the line, it was the right story. It's jumping into my own franchise is one thing. Jumping into somebody else's franchise is a little different. So it'd have to be the right story and the right and the right cast, the right situation.
I think getting J.J. Abrams involved in Star Wars is a stroke of genius. I thought Star Trek he reinvented brilliantly. I know the films, and I grew up with them, and now my kids are growing up with them. It's amazing how they've lasted over the decades, and I think it's one of the most exciting things I've heard.
Could you see yourself as a Jedi Master?
Absolutely, yeah.
Star Wars is clearly the reason I'm making movies. I mean, if you go back to my notebooks when I'm 6 years old, it's all drawings of Star Wars. It was all Star Wars all the time. So yes, if Kathleen Kennedy would like me to direct a Star Wars, I'm sure I can clear my schedule too.
And what character would you like to make a story about?
Oh, I mean, you're talking to the guy that make a whole movie about Lobot, or Dianoga. I mean, obviously I want to see a Han Solo, the Boba Fett spinoffs. I think those are great ideas, but I want to see a whole movie about Greedo. I want Greedo, I want Hammerhead. I could sit through a feature film about the Sarlacc.
You know what? I think I discovered Star Wars much later. So as I was growing up, no, but because I didn't know it, not because I didn't like it. So, but sure, why not? It's the new one. Yeah, I'm always up for an adventure.
Yeah, I mean J.J. Abrams, he's incredible, but yeah, I think it's fantastic. I mean, I know that a lot of people have problems with when they try and remake things because it's not an original idea, but it's, with everything that they can do with technology changing all the time, why not,
Yeah, the Star Wars universe is always going to be expanding, and I think he's a good guy to create some new stories within it.
Star Wars? I've to be honest, and this might be sacrilege, but I've never been a Star Wars fan.
Well, there's two people out there. There's Star Trek fans and Star Wars fans. I'm a Star Trek fan.
Nice.
So, I respect Star Wars. I'm a bit of a sci-fi nerd. But if geared towards one or the other, I choose Star Trek.
Okay.
Next Generation to be specific.
I wasn't really, no, I didn't really, Sound of Music and Wizard of Oz were my two loves when I was a kid. Star Wars didn't really creep in there.
I love J.J. Abrams. I've only seen the original Star Wars when I was a kid, but my dad wasn't really into sci-fi, and so I grew up watching Cagney and Steve McQueen, John Garfield, Robert Ryan, movies like the movie I just made, Broken City. So, but I'm interested to see what J.J. did. I remember him asking me to play Captain Kirk's father in Star Trek, and tried to read the script, I didn't understand the words of the dialogue or anything. I said, I couldn't do this. I think you're really talented, but I couldn't do it. And then I saw the movie and I was like, holy shit, he did a great job. So I think he'll do something spectacular, and I probably wouldn't pass up an opportunity to work with JJ again. So if he wanted me to do something that I couldn't fully understand, I would probably give it a shot. I am putting it out there that I could kill that Chewbacca if you could just give me a shot. I think I would be willing to grow hair.
It's a very tall character, though.
That I know.
So you'd
That's
go
why
on
I would-
stilts.
What does that mean?
They're not looking for a laugh out of Chewbacca. Okay, stilts would just be...
I would play Chewbacca with more heart and grit.
Thanks, we'll be in touch.